Rock the roll.
We're rocking and rolling all night long. Well, for a little while.
For a little while.
For a little while. So you hitting your
hit the buttons.
So you hitting your buttons while people are
letting-
getting in here.
I
That
know.
way we don't waste time with you hitting buttons after people are in here. Hit some dadgum buttons. Share it out. Talk to people.
Talk to the peoples.
Get us some viewers. Get us some people to look at us. So that we can be all important.
All important.
Yeah, important.
There we are.
Are you having trouble hitting buttons?
It was being slow on me.
He's having trouble hitting buttons.
I don't
That's
know how
okay.
to-
Nobody else is in here yet, so you're good.
Well, there's somebody else in here.
Shh. Be very quiet. We're hunting wabbits. That's cartoons from my childhood. Oh, we lost them. They didn't like that we were hunting wabbits. Okay, hunting wabbits bad.
I don't know. I like rabbit.
Nobody wants us to hunt wabbits. So anyway,
I'm getting there.
We're at 31, yeah. But, you know, people should know. Shouldn't have to tell them. They should know. They've been here before.
That's true.
What else are you people doing? Coronavirus has you corralled in your homes like like rats on a sinking ship.
Like rats on a sinking ship. That is sadly where we've come to.
You can't go anywhere. You're trapped, and you need infotainment, and we have it. And nobody's hearing this. This is good stuff. Nobody's hearing it.
It is pretty good stuff.
Rats on a sinking ship. I'm saying it again.
That'll get everyone's attention.
We've got infotainment for miles, yards, inches,
whatever it takes.
Leagues? How far's the league?
It's a ways, I think.
League equals ways.
Yes.
All right.
Truth.
We're getting some numbers up there now.
Yeah, we're getting there.
You got all your buttons hit yet?
Oh, I hit buttons for a while whenever
I know. There's Shirley. She's our moderator. Hey, Ricky.
Hey, Ricky.
I still got your box break cards down here, yours and Cheryl's, along with Alan's and Shirley's. He's right here and still hasn't picked them up, so it's
I
all
should do
good.
that tonight.
You should do that. Just your wife. Have no fear. Just your wife is here.
All
right. So anyway, welcome to another great episode with Alan.
Hey.
And
Darren.
That's me.
That's him.
Chatter of the Squirrels. This is episode 57. Thanks for joining us. We're going to do our best to bring all the latest and greatest. Well, latest anyway.
The latest.
I don't know if we've got a lot of great, but we're gonna try. As it pertains to Mountain Grove Gaming, specifically Magic the Gathering, and we're gonna hit on some nationally kind of things because there's that whole beer virus.
The
going
beer
on.
virus. Don't forget about that.
So hit some buttons, like us, hate us, love us, share us. What are some of them other buttons? Laugh.
Wow.
Cry. Wow.
I like the wows.
Whatever. So anyway, here at the Guild, squirrels is a thing here at the Guild, in case you didn't know, but we love squirrels. And if you like to talk about squirrels, we will be talking about them in a little while.
We will. There is information out
there. There is squirrel information.
Well, hello, Miss Lady.
In the queue.
That's right. Miss Lady's name is Amanda.
Miss Lady. All right.
I'll
anyway, Thursday Night Magic just wrapped up. We had half a dozen for our Pioneer. This is our third Thursday, so we played Pioneer tonight. And Marcos is the big winner with his what is that? Robots.
Yeah, he's playing in Soul.
Robots build. Kept killing us with big scissors.
Yeah.
He wasn't running, but we died anyway. If you're planning on coming out tomorrow night for Friday Night Magic, then I would ask that you bring your own basic lands because it's a draft.
Yes.
And if you forget, you'll have to buy a bundle of 100 with 20 each, which is like $3. So bring your own. Borrow from a friend. I don't have bulk rares, bulk dice, or the land stations for people to thumb through. Less things to hold the COVID-19.
Right.
So we're going to talk about COVID-19 for just a minute, and then we're going to give the rest of the podcast over to something besides COVID-19.
It is
because you didn't come here for that.
It's dominated everything.
But it is a local broadcast primarily, even though we got some people from Brazil and we got people from all over that watch it once in a while.
Wisconsin, Brazil.
Yeah. Far away places.
Yeah.
Far away places. Sometimes Arkansas even.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are a small store. Normally my events, short of pre-releases, don't have over 6 to 10 people. So even though we're not on any kind of restrictions yet, I'm still open and I'm still holding events.
Yes.
But I had someone today request about my F&M event, and they were going to drive 2 hours to get to me. Man, I appreciate the thought, but I had to talk them out of it.
Yeah, that's not smart.
The reason why these are can't, I got local guys and gals who will want to come out, and because I hit that number, if they're okay coming in here, they're not sick, they wash their hands, I clean all the tables, that's going to work for me. If all of a sudden people who can't get F&M in Springfield or West Plains or Lebanon start coming here, I'll just have to close up. I'll have to shut the events down. So I want to provide for my local customers that want to come out as long as I can. And as I've said, I'm a small store. If this thing goes south and I end up closing for an extended period of time, like many other stores, I may not be able to reopen. So, Pennsylvania, hey Pennsylvania. So anyway, that's what's going on at the local level for us, okay? Like I said, I took a bunch of stuff away so you couldn't flip through the bulk rares and whatnot. So anyway, that's how COVID's affecting us. If I get mandated by the state, city, whatever, to not have any events at all or non-essential retail closes, I will comply.
Right.
But until then, I'm going to provide for my community, and I'm going to try to work my job like a lot of other people are still trying to do that are able.
Yeah.
That's enough about coronavirus. It's all over the news. Let's talk about something besides that.
That sounds good.
Tomorrow night I mentioned was draft. We're going to be drafting Theros. So come on out. Bring your commander deck. Afterwards, we usually play a little bit of commander.
Yep.
Usually have enough for a pod or two. Again, normally don't get over about 10 people.
Right.
So Saturday, we're going to have a mystery draft. Mystery booster draft.
Mystery
booster draft. I wish they had a different name. And just like for F&M, bring your lands, or I'm going to sell them to you out of pre-packaged. These are going to be fine, since we're not talking about it anymore, because I packaged them several days ago. We're not talking about it, remember? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Colorado's really nice. I think you should just enjoy the view of the mountains, Joseph.
20% chance he's not a carrier. That's awesome. So anyway, that's what's going on there. And for those of you who regularly watch, you know that I used to have a little thing I called Reblogatog. We've split that off into its own show. Check it out on YouTube, Reblogatog, under Grove Gamers Guild. Episode 1 is up.
The first episode went up on Tuesday.
Yeah, we shot it last Thursday, but it went up on Tuesday. A little bit of post-production, not a lot. We're pretty low-key here. But I will have a little bit of Blogatog stuff in just a little bit, okay?
Right.
So stay tuned for that.
There's a lot going on in Magic, and we got to find something to talk about that's not.
But we're just like all in the family, and I know all you millennials and all you Gen Whoers or whatever out there don't know what I'm talking about. But All in the Family had a lot of shows spun off from it back in the 70s and so forth.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to spin off. We got Reblogatog. We got some other stuff in the works. So watch for that. Let us know what you think the next one should be. Anyway, I said we weren't going to talk about it, but we do have to talk about the fact that that thing we're not talking about caused a lot of Magic stuff to get canceled. A lot of events to get closed down and canceled.
Players Tour finals. We don't know a date on the second series of Player Tours yet, but the finals is just canceled.
The rest of the qualifiers are canceled.
GPs through May at least, I believe. I don't know. There's been a couple different batches of GP cancellations. So there's a lot. Paper Magic at a large.
Star City canceled its stuff through mid-May.
SCG. Paper Magic on a large scale is down right now.
Channel Fireball closed its warehouse as of today. If you didn't get your order in today, they're closed as of Monday. They're going to fill everything that came in through today.
Yeah.
So they closed their warehouse. Just a lot of stuff, guys. So it's really impacting if you play Magic. I've seen some people that were coming up with creative solutions to play Paper Magic online.
Yeah.
They're not arena players, and I don't have a lot of arena players in my local area, actually. And they were 2-camera systems so they could see people and show their board stay. They had boxes with cutouts, lights in it.
You saw those.
All kinds of cool stuff. There's ways to play your paper magic if you're willing to put in a little time. Yes. Hey, Frank.
I saw that. I was hoping you mentioned that because it's really cool.
It's really cool. A lot of people's finding ways to play their magic and still play paper.
Finding ways to play Commander. People play Commander games. It's like, that's awesome.
I'm super excited on that. So we're going to move past that unless you got anything to add to that.
I think I'd like to move on to a better
guys, stay home if you're sick.
Yeah.
Social distancing is a thing. We're not 6 feet apart, but we're related, so we probably,
wash your hands
frequently.
Take your temperature sometimes, maybe before going into a large group of people. If you're going out somewhere.
If you're running a fever, you really shouldn't be out and about.
Yeah. So know where your thermometer is, and before you go to the store or you go out to a large gathering of some kind, make sure to do that.
I'm taking mine every night and every morning. I think that's probably going to catch it before I come to work and after I get home. Twice a day, maybe sometimes more, but I'm taking my temperature because if I get sick, I will have to close up. I'm not going to come out here and potentially spread to someone else. No. So, but I need that temperature so that I'll know because I have allergies and sometimes I can throw a sneeze and it's not
right.
It's not related to that other thing.
I've had a sore throat from allergies for a month now, but it's a different thing. But
let's talk about something exciting.
I like exciting.
Who likes fetch lands?
Most.
There should be a lot of cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
Oh wait, going on. Bye. There we go.
There we go.
I like fetch lands.
So fetch lands need reprinting, and whether you agree or disagree, like or dislike how they're doing it, Wizards announced this week how they're going to do it next, and that is in a Secret Lairs. Now, it's not part of their drop series, and the drop series is where they're bypassing the LGS and just selling it straight to you, 24 hours, order, as many as you can, or they'll let you, and then they ship those out. This time, they're going to ship it to the LGS. We're going to get a limit of 10, although I'm guessing premium stores will get something like probably 20.
Right.
It's going to be a lot like from the old From the Vault, I would say.
It'll be very similar. I mean,
and I don't have a cost. I don't have a price on these yet, so don't inundate me, my local peeps. Okay, right. I don't know what the price is yet.
I mean, thankfully, Wizards just kind of heard the outcry that some of the LGSs have out there, and From the Vaults were a fantastic product for LGSs when they were around. They were a low cost, high priced kind of item that could really help.
I agree with that. That's exactly what they were. They retailed for $35, but the market would bear more because they would reprint really nice stuff in them. And so it was kind of a little thank you to the local stores because most of them, over the life of the series, sold for $50 to $100 when they came out.
Yeah, and I mean, I like seeing WotC throw a bone to the LGSs, if you want to put it that way. It shows that they do still care because people are starting to get worried with the Secret Lairs for a little while.
So whether you call this Secret Lairs LGS,
oh yeah, I like that.
Secret Lairs Fetch Lands,
isn't that what it's called?
Secret Lairs Ultimate Edition. That's what it's actually called.
That's what it's actually called?
Ultimate Edition. Makes me wonder, can they do another one because they've already done the Ultimate?
Right.
Or could they do Ultimate Edition Part 2? I don't know if they decided to do more.
That's
because this is just the 5 enemy fetch lands.
Yes.
Not all 10, just 5. But they're putting them in that pretty little box with the cute little cases to hold them so that you can display them in your home for your friends to be jealous about.
You certainly don't want to shove those into your Commander or Modern deck,
nobody's going to do.
No.
It's a lot of landfill stuff they're putting out there.
Yeah.
I don't know whose idea it was to package them that way, but that's a miss. That's a swing and a miss.
I don't want to sound anti-WotC for a minute, but I'm gonna say I feel like that was included to justify whatever the price we're going to see.
Well, the price is probably going to be north of $200, but you're getting 5 fetches.
Right.
$40 per. It's still going to be a good price, but it's probably going to be north of 200. Let's be realistic.
Oh, I'm being realistic, but I have a feeling that's part of the reason that that's included. Is there's also this nice display
but
case.
who besides somebody that doesn't know what's going to happen to these would think that that makes it more valuable? What, I'm going to put 5 other cards in there and display them? Maybe. I don't know. What 5 cards do I like so much that I don't want to play them, but I want to show them off? I don't know. It's a thing, I guess. But those are coming on May 29th. And then they're going to be doing another drop series a little later after that. And if you order, and they're going to be... Right. They're going to be a different series. I don't think we know the name of those.
No.
But when they do those, if you buy one of each, whatever they are, they're going to throw in a random fetch land with that. So you'll have another way to potentially get a fetch land. So if they do like 5 over 5 days and you get all 5 of them,
right,
they'll throw in a fetch land.
It'll be similar to how on the early Secret Lairs you're getting stained glass planeswalkers.
You know, I think they're still getting those.
Are they?
I think they're still getting those.
But I would assume it's going to be like that. There's going to be a random one thrown in with your order when you do that.
Right. So that's a thing that's coming. And then they did say that they don't want to put them in standard because it's a time thing, all the shuffling.
Yeah.
So they're trying to keep them out of there. But they're coming out to your LGS in another product this year. And I think the best speculation I have is that they're going to be in Commander Legends. We're going to draft them. I think that's the best place to put them.
That seems obvious. It seems. I wouldn't be surprised if we get all 10 fetches in Commander Legends, to be honest. So they can say that they printed the allies too. You know. But we don't know. I mean, it's going to be a while before we hear anything about Commander Legends still. So
I was looking to see if my notes had anything in it, but I don't believe. I thought there was a way that they referred to them that almost made it sound like they might be coming as like an extra card, almost like maybe the masterpieces were coming back or something. But that's just total speculation. I don't see that in my notes. Maybe I'm misremembering something I heard. But I think the Commander draftable product is a good slot for those. And I think that. So not only did we get news about the Secret Lair,
right,
and LGS is getting a piece of that money, getting a little bit of that Secret Lair money.
Secret Lair money, yeah.
Yeah. But also on June 26th, we're going to get Signature Spellbook Chandra.
Oh.
And I wasn't sure we were getting one because they're doing that Commander
collection,
Green. Yeah. Which is very similar to it, but we are getting Chandra Green. Woo! Green Chandra, that would be wild.
Gruul?
You'd love some Gruul Chandra, wouldn't you? But we're going to get, like the others, like Jace and then Gideon last year, there's going to be 8 cards. A random one will be foil.
Right.
And
we know 2 cards now.
We know 2 cards, 5 of them with new art. And let's see, we saw Chandra Torch of Defiance.
Torch of Defiance.
Original art, but with a new frame.
Right.
And then Past in Flames.
Past in Flames, yes.
With new art, which looks very Chandra-y.
It is very Chandra-looking art.
Chandra-y.
I'm really... So I don't know if anybody's kept up with the Secret Lairs when they've been coming out the last couple of years. We had Jason, we had Gideon.
Not Secret Lairs.
I apologize. The
Spellbook.
Signature Spellbooks. But what I found the most interesting about this is that we're getting Chandra Torch of Defiance, a heavily sought-after, very playable Planeswalker. When both of the other Signature Spellbooks, we got their... I don't know. They're named... we got Jace Beleren and we got Gideon Jura.
Right.
But we did not get Chandra Nalaar.
Correct.
We got Chandra Torch of Defiance.
There's your value. For you EV grinders, there's your value.
Yeah.
That is tournament playable.
Still sees good play in Pioneer now.
Modern, I believe, as well. So, nice looking set coming out. What the other 6 cards are, will get revealed later on.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go over real quick. We're not doing Blog and Talk, but we're going to do a couple things sort of related.
A couple Mayro things.
Several years ago, I think it was 2013, Mark Rosewater wrote an article about psychographics. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. Profiles.
Right. Which these things have existed since the 90s. The R&D.
Well, they've always kind of existed.
Right.
But he outlined them, gave them names, and not everyone fits into one category. Some people are multiple, some people are none. But these describe types of players and how they design cards for those players.
Right.
So, these are descriptive, not proscriptive, as somebody said. Anyway, there's Timmy / Tammy. This player loves casting the biggest, baddest spells they can. Huge creatures, game-warping spells. If it has a prohibitive mana cost, they want to play it. I have very much a lot of Timmy in me. That's why I love Commander. I get to cast the big, flashy things.
Commander really is all about these first two psychographics that you're going to talk about.
It is.
That's what Commander is all about.
So, you want to do the fun stuff. You want to do the big thing. Cast the splashy deal.
Oh yeah, you want somebody to go, what? It's kind of
We even had a Timmy Power Gamer, if you go back to the unsets.
Right.
4 mana, put a creature from your hand onto the battlefield. Pretty
Elvish
nice.
Piper?
Yeah, but Elvish Piper you tap. For each 4 mana, you put something on. It's from an unset. Don't get excited. Unless your group allows them, then get excited and go get you some.
Go get you some.
Go get you some. That's right. So that's Timmy Tammy. Johnny Jenny. They see Magic as a puzzle, and they want to find the cleverest solution. They like crazy interactions and game-winning combos that show off their creativity and mastery of the rules. So there's a card for Johnny called Johnny Combo Player.
Yeah.
So go check that out. Also in an unset. That's for 4 mana. You get to search for your combo piece.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, you get to go look for a combo piece and go get that. So, again, both of these I think cost Timmy's green.
Yeah,
2 green and 2. Johnny is 2 blue and 2. And we'll get to the other one in a minute.
Yeah,
but
Jenny is like, this is the other half of Commander. We have the Timmy, the power game. I want to do the biggest, splashy thing. And then you have your Johnnies that are like, I want to do the wackiest thing possible.
Right.
If these 8 cards are on the board at the same time, you're not going to
kill
believe
you.
it.
I can kill everybody.
Right.
It's not about 2 cards necessarily. It's about 6 cards or a brand new thing they found or an interaction that's really neat if they can draw it and get it going.
In my thought process, a Johnny doesn't even really like a 2-card combo. That's not a combo. He wants to really slot all those pieces together.
Yes. So that's Johnny Jenny. And then the third one is Spike. And this player just wants to win.
Yep.
That's
it.
Everything else is secondary to eking out a competitive advantage. This person will choose the very best deck that's available to them. The very best deck they can get. Play the most broken combos that they need to. Do whatever it takes to win. Short of cheating. Spikes aren't cheaters. They just want to win.
Right.
And it's all about how do I win. And really looking at these really solidifies for me why I love Commander so much, because there's really no spike in me. The only spike in me is a spike that I think everybody has, where everybody likes to win.
Right.
Everybody likes to win. But what I like even more than that is I spent an hour with friends playing flashy things, seen a new thing happen, and boom, the game's over. Even if I don't win, if I've seen cool stuff for the last hour, hour and a half, 3 hours, if it's a great one, right? Then it was all worth my time. And I'm down with that whenever, because that makes Commander exciting. But you have these people who also play competitively. I mean, there are Timmys who play competitively. They try to jam big creatures. Okay, Johnny's like the combos, and maybe they go for a more winning combo.
Right.
But you still have Johnny in that, and you actually have spikes in EDH. They just call it CEDH.
And that's true. And it's not. And different formats are different for different people. Don't think that just because you play somebody in a standard or pioneer event and they are very obviously a spike, does not mean that's how they're going to sit down to a Commander table, though.
No, it doesn't.
They were playing competitive Magic and they played competitively, but now it's time to play Commander and have fun.
Right. People can totally enjoy different things. We're not trying to pigeonhole you. We're just trying to show you there's a way. Right. I know there's a couple others I didn't write down on here that he developed after. There's the Vorthoses.
The Vorthoses.
Which love this story.
It's all about the lore.
The lore. So that's why they're involved with Magic. Not necessarily why they play. It can be.
Right.
But they love the lore of Magic. Maybe they collect, but they don't play as much.
The novels, the flavor text, the art, the flavor itself. Yeah.
And what's the fifth one? Because
Melvin.
The Melvin.
They love the mechanics. They love game design itself and the design of mechanics and how cards work, and that's what keeps them intrigued, playing Magic and driving their thirst for it. It's not the winning or what they're doing, it's just the cards themselves and how they work.
Melvin, that's the one I always have trouble remembering. So anyway, just something neat we thought we'd go over tonight. Kind of leads us into the next thing. I saw an article this week on Goldfish, MTG Goldfish. Called Commander Deck Building Checklist. It was about starting from the same place every time you build a Commander deck. And I kind of wanted to go over it and tell you what I liked about it and what I didn't like. And why I thought it was a good thing and why I thought it wasn't such a good thing. So I'm going to
pros and cons.
I'm going to tell you the list. Yeah, I guess that would be pros and cons.
Yeah. Huh.
I guess we should have grabbed hold of that and did I'm right, you're wrong.
I know you are.
Tonight. So anyway, this article said you should have 50 mana. Now, that's lands and ramp. So they said a 37-13 split. So 37 lands and then 13 ramp spells. That can be mana rocks. It can be green land fetches.
Right.
Whatever. What have you. Red has some temporary mana boost. Got old Dark Ritual. I guess that would count in there. But anyway...
Explosive vegetation and soul ring.
Half your deck's about mana. Because we all know if you don't have mana, you don't cast spells. You don't cast spells, you're not really going to have a good time.
And, as we always say, one of the best indicators of who's going to win a game of Magic is who uses the most mana. But when you're against 3 other people, you're always losing. You're always trying to ramp because there's 3 opponents. They're definitely using more mana than just the one you.
Right. So. 10 card draw spells, so 10 ways to draw more cards. 6 targeted removal, split between creature, artifact, and enchantment.
You need to have something that hits any kind of card type, at least one thing in there.
Either that or you just have to sit there and shut up when it happens because you got no reason to argue if somebody plays an enchantment and you didn't put removal in.
Right.
If you're playing red, I guess if you played Chaos Warp, you got a shot.
Right. Or Scour from Existence, guys. It's a colorless...
you can put the colorless answers in, sure. 3 board wipes. Creature light decks might want 1 more. Creature heavy decks might want 1 less. So, board wipes. We'll come back on these. I was going to give them all to you. 2 graveyard recursion. 2 flexible tutors. Higher budgets, I recommend more tutors. Or they recommended.
Right.
1 graveyard hate. And 1 surprise I win card. Something that can win games the turn you cast it without too much setup. So, I don't take a whole lot of issue with the 37 lands and 13 ramp. I think that might be a little high.
It's pretty close, though.
It's pretty close. I mean, 13 means that the odds are you're going to draw something in the first couple turns that lets you ramp. So I get that.
I think usually I build 36 or 37 lands and maybe around 10 ramp spells, so I'm a little under that, but
yeah, I'm 35 to 38 in most of my decks, and then I don't really have a number. I just put in what kind of fits the theme of the deck, to be real honest with you. And then if I play it a little bit and it doesn't work, I go back to the drawing board. But I don't just say, I got to have this many slots. 10 card draw. That's another thing that I don't... Most of these things, I don't just go, I got to have this, I got to have this. I know I've got to have ways to draw cards.
Right.
So I put them in there, but I don't count them off, make a little checklist.
But card draw is definitely, once again, like we said with mana, you're playing against 3 other people, they're going to have more mana than you. That's also... You open up with 7 cards and they have 21. Essentially, you want to keep your hand full because getting a Hellbent in Commander is not always a great thing because then you're like, oh, I don't have any cards for all those other people.
What were we just doing?
6 targeted removal is next.
We're still on card draw. Yeah,
the 10 cards.
6 targeted removal. I would say as a group, It's been brought up by a player or two. We probably play a little light on the targeted removal.
Yeah.
So that would probably be better if we picked up the pace a little bit on our targeted removal. It would advance the games a little quicker, probably. So, 3 board wipes. I don't know. I'm of the opinion that if 4 players each have 3 board wipes, that's 12 board wipes. And in a normal Commander game that I like to play that goes, double-digit turns, the chances are you're going to see 4 to 6 of them. That seems like a lot of board wipes to me, but maybe that's a right number.
I mean, I think you want to be at the point where you have a decent, you see a board wipe in a game out of your deck. So I think 3 is not in the course of a normal game, out of 3, you should hopefully see 1.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that it compounds, because you have it's not the next thing, but we're going to skip to it. 2 flexible tutors. Higher budgets, I recommend more. See, I've gotten to the point where, other than lands, and we could talk about that another day, but tutors are made to take away the
variance
that we experience, and I like the variance. And so with too many tutors, it just means that every time you play your commander deck, it's going to do the exact same thing. That seems very spiky to me.
It is.
And I would much rather be Johnny Timmy on this one and maybe have my cards work together differently and in ways maybe I hadn't thought about before. So that's why I'm a little bit lower on the tutors.
Right. I don't mind some tutors at times, and I think narrow tutors are actually kind of cool if they fit with the deck. I put a worldly tutor in my green deck. Well, yes, I did.
Yeah.
I want to go get another creature. And the more narrow tutors,
I would agree with that. A couple of those, but demonic and vampiric and imperial seal. If you got the Do-Re-Mi.
I do play a demonic tutor in one of my decks, but it's because I own a demonic tutor. I'm not going to play it anywhere else. I got nothing else to do with it. So it is in a deck.
2 graveyard recursion. So that's pretty open-ended, but with black and some colors it's a little easier. I mean, even with red, you've got phoenixes to recur things. Green has regrowth. So
Goblin Welder, pull them artifacts back.
It's fine. I like recursion, so I'm on board. Graveyard Hate, 1. I'm not sure that 1 Graveyard Hate is enough.
Graveyard strategies are hugely popular.
If you've only got one way in 99 cards to do something, I'm not sure that's enough.
And if you're playing black, put a Bojuka Bog in your deck. That is my piece of advice. It costs you nothing, and sometimes you're going to draw it and go, oh, thank God, that's just what I needed.
Or you draw it in your opening hand dang near every game.
Yeah.
Because that happens too.
That's true. The commander deck that plays like a standard aggro deck, I've tossed this idea around in my head lately, actually, wanting to build a Gruul commander deck that aggroes out. But I don't know if you can have the staying power needed, and I think you're going to turn the board against you very quickly when you start.
Yeah, what happens? You take one guy out, he doesn't get to play Magic for the next hour, and the other 2 people then gang up on you, and then you don't get to play Magic for 45 minutes, and then, I guess you can play the other guy that got knocked out. But
if he wants to play you.
Yeah. It's very hard to make an aggro deck in Commander. I think aggro decks are fine. I think they have their place. I just think that they're kind of balanced on a razor's edge as far as making the play group, everyone have a good time. I'm not saying don't build aggro. I'm just saying it can be bad if you just knock somebody out like on turn 5 with your aggro, and then somebody wraths, and then it's just 3 of you playing for a while. So think about that as well. And then the surprise I win card. I'm not really sure what they're talking about there. I read the article, but I don't remember. I mean, alternate wins? I don't mind having an alternate win in there.
I would say, in my mind, an alternate win would be like some kind of way, but also like I had a game recently that towards the late game, I top decked a Torment of Hailfire, and I win. I was able to Torment a Hailfire for a whole bunch of mana because, it was getting later game and things were getting locked down, and all of a sudden it's just, oh, I win the game.
Yeah. All's fair in love and war, especially after about turn 10. I like everybody to get double digits. If I wanted to shuffle up a new commander deck every 4 or 5 turns, I wouldn't be playing commander. I'd be playing legacy or standard or modern or whatever, where things happen much faster. I want to let things build and get cool things happening. And something they don't mention here, but we're very much against land mass removal.
Right. We want to play Magic when we play Magic.
But you need the spot removal for lands, and that wasn't even mentioned with the targeted removal.
Oh, yeah. You should be playing a Field of Ruin, a Ghost Quarter.
A couple. At least one.
At least one.
So that if somebody gets a land that's just really locking you down or something, maybe you've got your...
When the green player drops the Gaia's Cradle and already has like 20 tokens on the board, you want to get rid of it.
You might be able to want to get rid of it. Somebody's got that Maze of Ith that just keeps turning your guy back.
Yeah.
It's your commander. He could plow through, but no, there's a Maze of Ith. You want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Herbor. I mean, there's
a lot of different
lands. Cabal Coffers. You want to get rid of that.
Yeah. Anything, the Talian Academy, I think, is probably banned, but the Gaia's Cradle, anything that just makes mass amounts of mana at once to ramp them that far ahead, you want to get rid of.
Nykthos, maybe.
Nykthos, yeah. Those are all options that you want a way to get rid of that, or the game could end very quickly.
Hey, for those of you who don't know that might be watching, we are going to open packs.
Universal promo packs.
Universal promo packs. Here at the Guild, we don't give out full packs. We open the packs on stream, put all the cards in binders, and then give them out at events, and people get to choose. So I will do random sometimes for Commander or something like that, but we actually open them on stream. So we will be opening those at the end of the stream. So stay tuned. We're probably 2/3 of the way through, I would say, somewhere in that neighborhood. So we got 2 more things left, but one of them's pretty big.
Yeah.
First one I'm going to do is a new thing I started doing called 25 Years Ago in Magic. And for this week, I was going through Duelist from March of 95 last week, went over some stuff. And one of the things I didn't go over, I saved for this week. And that is that there were 3 types of tournaments back in 1995, as of the writing of this Duelist. And they were Type 1, Type 2, and Sealed Deck. Draft didn't exist yet, folks.
No.
Didn't exist. Type 1 was basically Vintage. Okay? Even, we'll call it Vintage. Yeah. And Type 2 was like Standard. All right? There was a restricted list. And alpha cards were actually banned, unless, I don't remember how long this lasted, unless your entire deck was alpha cards.
Right.
Because alpha cards had a different corner on them. They're rounder, if you're not aware of that. And why is this important, you say? Because sleeves weren't allowed.
Yeah.
Sleeves were just starting to appear, and they weren't allowed in tournaments.
We didn't have sleeves.
You raw dogged it.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but you did.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
And that's one of the reasons also when you look at those big Power 9 cards and the big money cards, why there are so few of them that are out there that are in a mint condition. Because people played with those Black Lotuses, and there was no such thing as a sleeve to put it in.
Kitchen tables, all kinds of places. A lot of them got chewed up.
Convention hallway floors. Anyway.
The first sleeves I ever used were penny sleeves. Mm-hmm. Because there wasn't anything else. Then Ultra Pro came out with some stuff. So, yeah. And Sealed Deck, you made it by using what we used to have, which was called a starter deck, which had random number of 20-some lands, and then so many commons, uncommons, and a rare. I want to say it was 3 uncommon, or no, not 3 uncommons. It was 8 or 9 uncommons, depending on what era you're talking about. 1 rare, 3 rares. 3 rares, 9 uncommons, the rest were commons and lands. Yeah.
Yes.
So you used that plus 3 packs of the latest 8-pack set, because we used to have 8-pack boosters, or 2 packs of the 15-card boosters. And you use that to make your sealed deck.
Now, I have a question for you that I've actually been thinking about for a minute, if you don't mind a little interruption here.
No. Give it to me.
For me, that was out of Magic for a long time, right? When did... Because I don't remember when I quit playing, but when did pre-release packs become a thing? Because I think when I still played, up until when I quit, when we went to pre-releases, we still played like a sealed deck. We got a starter, and we got boosters. When did the starters just completely disappear and you got 6 boosters?
I believe Return to Ravnica is when they started doing it.
I was just curious. I mean,
It's been since I opened in 2010. I don't believe with Scars of Mirrodin. I think we still did packs. But I believe by the time we got to Return to Ravnica, we had they were doing the things.
Yeah, like I said, I remember it was always you got a starter deck and you got 2 packs of the newest set, and that's what you build a sealed out.
Right, and then for a long time, then we got 6 packs after they quit doing starter decks, and then they went to what we got now, pre-release kits. Yeah, I don't remember the exact years on either one of those, but it happened. So sealed deck, another interesting thing about sealed deck is that in '95, even though Ante wasn't played in constructed tournaments, you still played for Ante in sealed deck. So when you went to a sealed deck tournament, pre-releases or whatever, you anteed a card. Look it up. We used to gamble for Magic. That means you shuffle up, reveal the top card of your deck, set it aside, and whoever wins gets that card. Your card pool would change during the tournament.
Yeah.
Became part of your sideboard. You could add it in later. But in Constructed, Ante cards were banned. They didn't play in Constructed in tournament play.
And there were some, early on, there are some... You guys think you know of all the most powerful cards. There are cards that just blow those away power-wise, but they involved anteing extra cards. And
1 black mana draws 7.
Yeah. Things of that such. It really was crazy in the beginning.
So that was going on. The Mulligan rule was different. So we had several Mulligan rules. The original Mulligan rule was all land, no land. So if you drew your 7... and you had all land, you could show your opponent and get a mulligan. Or if you
had no land.
No land. All land, no land. Pretty self-explanatory, right? Now, your opponent could choose to ride that mulligan if they wanted. So if you mulligan because of all land or no land, they can mulligan for whatever. They got a freebie with yours. And then they still had their own mulligan. So if they didn't get anything, boom, they can mulligan. I believe that's how it worked. But you just had one mulligan. If you drew no lands, then you drew all lands, you had to play it. Vice versa. Or you drew all lands, and then you drew all lands but 1, still playing it.
Yep, that's what you got.
That's how it worked. Mulligan rules come a long way, baby.
We've been through several since then.
Time limits were 45 minutes. There was a 10-minute warning, and there were no extra turns.
Round is up, round is up.
Let me tell you a story. So the way they did this is that at the end of time, if you were in your second game, whoever had won the first game won the match. If you were in your first game or your third game, then whoever had the most life won the match. Because it was 1-1, you're in your third game, or you're still in the first game. I played in a tournament at Dragon Con in 1996. Yeah, 96. 1996 at Dragon Con in Atlanta, and in my third game in 1 round, we went to time. We had the same life total in game 3. I literally did a thing that it's illegal to do today, and it was by judges' orders. We rolled D20s to determine a winner in a game of Magic. This actually happened to me, 1996. We rolled D20s. Because we didn't track who had the most life in the wins of the other games. That's the first thing the judge asked.
Right.
And couldn't give us any more time, so we rolled D20s, and I won! I'm so good at dice rolling. I literally won a game of Magic by rolling a 20-sider. Time limits could be extended above that for the sealed thing. So if you're playing sealed, the organizer could say we're going to do 60 minutes because games take longer with sealed. Even back then, we realized that.
Right.
But guys, things are so much different. If you really want to kick, get out there and look up some of Zach Nolan's articles, like I said last week. Look at those. Look up how things were back then, and you'll just be amazed. We didn't know all the stuff we know now.
Sealed.
There wasn't the deck technology. We didn't know what mana curves were. We didn't We didn't. There's so much we didn't.
Sealed was a huge mess back then too, because draft didn't exist and nothing was designed for limited of any kind, not just not designed for draft.
When you got a starter deck, you got 3 rares. They could be 3 different colors. You got 9 uncommons. They could be all 5 colors. You got your commons. Your lands might not even work out good, but you could always fix the lands.
Yeah,
they did have the lands to fix. It was just crazy.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't designed for that to be done with it at that point in time.
So again, one more thing before we crack the packs, and that is the one thing we're doing from Reblogatog, and we still haven't talked about squirrels, but we are getting there. We will be pretty close to the end when we talk about squirrels. So, previews for Ikoria, not Ikoria, Lair of the Behemoths, aren't going to start till April 2nd. Mayro had actually shared out that they would start a different date, and it made some people mad. But it was an accidental oversight on his part. So he's been getting a lot of requests, so he did something they used to do in Duelist, and these were really fun back in the day.
They were.
Give us clues about cards that were coming out, but just give us partial information. So the one that I always remember is that for, is it Mirage? A 1 casting cost creature with a 12 power, 12 toughness. Everybody's like, "Hoo!" Yeah, well, Phyrexian Dreadnought?
Dreadnought, yeah. I was
Phyrexian Dreadnought, you got some hurdles there. Yeah, it's not like a turn.
12 for 1.
It's not a turn 1, 12, 12 unless you go through a bunch of hoops, if that's even possible.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got some clues on stuff that's in Ikoria. So listen up. Magic's 7th egg, and he doesn't mean egg types like a dragon egg or whatever.
Actual egg card.
An egg card.
We have dragon egg, rook egg.
No, it's not like that. It's an egg. Because there's more than 7 types already like that.
Oh.
So anyway, that's one. A card with the text 4 or more times this game.
That's
4 or more times this game. So a little bit of a tracking issue. I think there's going to be some tracking issues with Ikoria.
There looks to be.
Follow along.
You want to talk about complexity raising again?
Yeah, we'll get there. A card with the text total power 10 or less.
Really interesting on that one, I'll be honest.
10 or less. Usually we're looking for bigger, not smaller.
Right, we just had the finales that were 10 or greater.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get 10 or less.
Magic's largest power toughness granting aura.
That's going to be huge.
I forgot to look this up. I know we've got as big as 8/8, so I'm guessing it's at least... Is Eldrazi Conscription plus 10 or plus 8 plus 8?
I think it might be plus 10 plus 10.
So it might be double digits, folks. A card with the text X is the number of times this creature has mutated. And we know that mutate is the mechanic in there.
Right.
Right? So, X is the number of times this creature is mutated. Apparently, creatures can mutate more than once. Magic's 3rd and 4th card with 0 is even reminder text. Void Winnower has it, and I don't remember what the other one is.
I got no idea what the other one is.
Yeah.
Something that cares about odds and evens.
I ended up playing Standard earlier with him to make an even number, so I didn't get that looked up.
I bet it's an uncard.
I don't think so. Actually, I don't think so. 3 cards with the text different names. And this is actually a mistake because he forgot to count loyalty counters on Planeswalkers. So there are 13 different types of counters.
13.
This is where complexity is going up, folks. 13 different types of counters. So we got loyalty counters, and then there are 12 other types of counters in this set. That's a lot of counters. That's a lot of different kinds of counters.
I can't think of when they've ever done more than a couple kinds of counters in a set at one time.
Because it can be so confusing to track. So I'm curious to see if they devised a method to make that easier.
I don't know.
All right, a card that says choose a kind of counter at random.
Wow, yeah, this could get confusing.
Well, you can roll a 12-sider.
No, it's 13.
Ooh, yeah. Roll a 13-sider.
I'll work on that.
Smarty. A 26-sider and divide by 2.
Oh, that's easier.
Yeah, exactly. 7 and a 6.5-sider and multiply by. No, that doesn't work. All right, a card with the text "remove 8 foreshadow counters." So we know that one of the types of counters is foreshadow. We don't know what foreshadow is. We just know that that's one of the types of counters.
I'm gonna go out on a wild limb right here. I'm gonna say it's like reverse sagas in some way. Instead of getting told a story, you're foreshadowing something to come.
That sounds as good as anything I got.
That was literally off the top of my head, so let's keep going.
And a cycle that players have been asking us to make for over 10 years. Players ask for a lot of stuff. I read a lot of Blogotalia. They ask for crap all the time.
Yeah.
This doesn't narrow it down for me at all. 10 years.
10 years.
What cycle have we been asking for 10 years? Is it a dual land cycle? That's the first thing that leaps in my mind.
Right.
We get a brand new all 10 dual lands of some kind. That's what makes the most sense to me, but I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. That's a really big, just like throwing that hook out there. And
in addition, he told us some creature types that we're going to see in
awesome.
Ikoria, because this is Lair of the Behemoths. We've got mutations and we're making monsters, okay?
Yeah, this is a Simic Wonderland.
So we've got dinosaur turtles.
All right, I'm down.
We got shark beast.
All right.
Meaning
Is that land shark?
Meaning they brought shark back because they got rid of shark at one point. So shark is coming back.
Sounds like a land shark though. A shark beast.
Could be. Demon Kraken.
All right.
Kraken?
Kraken.
Tomato?
Yeah.
We did that last week. Don't say tomato.
Don't say Kraken.
Kraken?
Kraken.
Release the Kraken!
See, it doesn't work.
All right. Oh, some people are excited for Elemental Otter. It's not just your normal run-of-the-mill otter. It's an elemental otter. Those are the best kinds, and we've been waiting for them. Here was something that was kind of cool. Brushwag.
Brushwag.
We got those already. Look them up.
Yeah.
We got at least one.
I need to, because
Brushwag.
I don't know. Sounds red. That's all I know about it.
Hellion Horror.
Ooh. That's Rakdos, I'll tell you that.
So hopefully this tied you over. Oh, wait a second, Darren. What's that?
Didn't
you promised us squirrel information.
You said something about squirrels.
What kind of squirrel information could we have? I'm talking about a standard set, and squirrels are not standard things.
They're too silly. They're just too silly.
They're too silly. Meryl's been working on it for, I don't know, let's look it up, almost decades to get that done. Longer than he worked on getting an unset done. To get it into a standard set. Do we actually have a squirrel and black bordered standard? I know we got a Modern Horizon, but that wasn't standard.
That's not a standard set.
Nightmare Squirrel. We did it! Woo!
Back it up, boys.
If I had a mic, I could drop it. And we got packs though. Yeah, Nightmare Squirrel. Squirrels are back in black border. I've seen him posted a few times. He says it's a team effort. Team Squirrel has been growing lately. They got squirrels into a standard set. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm going to play it. Hopefully my locals will help me hook up with a playset of whatever it is, and I'm going to jam it for as long as I can jam it.
So, do we think it's going to be Golgari or straight up black? Because it's a Nightmare Squirrel.
I would hope it's Golgari. It would be just... I know we got Acornelia in recently, but it'd be nice if it's legendary Golgari squirrel, personally. But we're there. So, anyway, previews start on April 2nd. We'll be giving you all the info that's worth giving you as we get closer to
2 weeks from now.
Yep.
Pretty roughly.
That's my notes. That just leaves the packs, and Alan likes to bust those. So if you'll bear with us for just a moment while we flip the camera over so that you can see these get busted, we'll be busting these packs, all right? So bear with us just a minute. I'll flip this bad boy over. First off,
look out there. See the rest of the store.
yeah, look over that way. We're the only ones in here. Whee! All right. Oops. See our microphone cords there for the lavaliers. I didn't say cavalier. I said lavalier. Trying to get those out of the way for him. All right. Does that give you room?
That
give
does.
You room? All right.
Those are the foil packs. We'll save those till the end.
We're slow rollers here.
And we will get started here. Now remember, anything we pull that is not a standard legal card will get put away for Commander events in the future. But
yeah, I've been giving those out on Friday nights when we do Commander games. I've been mixing them in with some regular cards and handing them out.
But anything that is standard legal goes in our books for all other events.
They'll be available starting next Thursday night for this event.
Right.
We open a week in advance.
All right, guys. So here we get
Dreadhorde Arcanist, Gary,
There's a Gary.
and Shatter the Sky.
Shatter the Sky. Yeah, I think there's a Gary from last week. Might have been a foil Gary last week.
I think
That'll be available starting tomorrow night because we saved those for F&M.
The ones that have the what once was the F&M treatment, we still use for F&M here. At
That
the
is
Guild.
correct.
Emery, Looker of the
Nice.
Lock,
Like Emery.
Alseid of Life's Bounty, the Crowan War.
Crow and War. See if you can open something as good as last week. We had an Uro that Marcus was very quick to take tonight.
Yeah, well, after we told him it was there.
It was the top of the heap.
Venerated Loxodon. I don't know if that deck's still seeing play, but another Gary. And Dalakos.
Neat little card, just not any good in standard.
Yeah, sadly.
Not right now.
It is a super flavorful card, though.
It
'cause,
is very flavorful.
I can't remember his name in Greek mythology, but it's Icarus's father is who
Okay.
Dalakos is. That's why he gives people flying and stuff when you attach things to them.
Nice.
Electro Dominance. This is our only X-Spell that goes to the face in Standard right now, guys. Thirst for Meaning.
It's fun to do it for 40.
Galia. Yeah, he did that. Yeah. Galia. Endless Dance. Wonderful card if you enjoy the Gruul aggro-like decks, as I do. Knight of the Ebon Legion.
Very
One of the
strong
best
card.
one-drops. Just
Oh, yeah. It's hard to beat that.
thrill of possibility. Hey, there's a Nylea, guys.
Very sweet. Very sweet. I am
And
a fan of Nylea.
we are on to the last non-foil pack.
Take care
Oh,
of
look at
your
them
trash
numbers
here.
jumping up again once I'm cracking open the pack.
Oh, everybody's tuning back in going, isn't it about time for the crack packs?
All right. Another Venerated Loxodon.
Wow.
Who wants to play white, guys? Alseid of Life's Bounty. And a Terranica.
Wow, all white pack.
That's good. Now we're going to go to the foils, guys.
Here come the foilies. And
Shiny.
the shiny shines.
I like that even the packs are shiny for the foils, you know. They're like, we just want to make sure you know. All right. Sword of the Animist.
Hey,
there we
there's-
go.
there's
That's a commander card.
That's a good commander card.
Yeah,
too.
it is. A Thrill of Possibility. Hey, and there's another Crowan War. This one in foil.
That one in foil, yeah.
Foil Sagas are really cool.
Very pretty.
Oh,
Last pack. Where's this a Planeswalker? Thought you were the guy who could open up Planeswalkers. You can't even open a pack. What's
well,
going
you know,
on?
when I opened like 3 or 4 that one week, I think I might have, set myself back for a while.
Yeah.
Mausoleum Secrets. I haven't even seen that card in a while. Yeah, I forgot that was in Standard.
Undergrowth, is that a thing?
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
Wolf Willow Haven. Well, there's a Black Blue Temple, guys. Temple of DC.
Just like an underground sea. Not.
Except without most of the good parts of the Underground Sea.
Right. So anyway, that's it, guys. We thank you guys for tuning in and watching Chatter of the Squirrels. And as long as I'm allowed to, I'll be staying open and running small events, 10 people or less. And if you're one of my locals, please support your LGS. If you're not one of my locals, guess what? Please support your LGS.
This is a trying time, and your LGSs have had a hard time the last year or so anyway with some of the moves that have been made by...
If you're living somewhere where they're closed down or can't run events, maybe they're selling some gift cards or gift certificates. Check those out.
There's several here in our area. I know some states out there now have mandatory close down of all non-essential business, but I know several game stores in this area that will give you curbside drop-off. If you want to buy some singles, you want to buy a board game, you want to play Pandemic during a pandemic, we can make that happen.
I'm offering it. I've had, I think, one person take me up on it since I started offering it, but I'll do curbside. Give me a call, give me your credit card, pay for it. I'll run it out to you when you get here, and you can be gone, not have to come inside.
Yep.
But you'll have to have it paid for when you get here. Anyway, guys, we're done rambling. We appreciate you tuning in. We're going to get on out of here.
Yep. No,
I'm ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All right, so don't forget, for you locals anyway, Grove Gamers Guild.
It's where everybody knows your game.